Someone tells you that you never make time for them anymore. Your stomach drops. You start listing everything you did last week, trying to prove them wrong. But the real answer is far stranger. That feeling in your stomach isn't guilt about what you did. It's a reaction your brain learned before you could even talk. Guilt tripping isn't really about facts. It's about pressure. And pressure works because of how your brain responds to social threat. Humans evolved in small groups where being disliked was dangerous. Rejection could mean losing protection or belonging. Your nervous system still treats disapproval like a threat to survival, even when the stakes are just a missed phone call. Researcher Naomi Eisenberger found something remarkable when she studied social rejection in the brain. Using fMRI scans, she showed that being excluded activates the same neural regions as physical pain. Your brain doesn't fully distinguish between a broken bone and a broken relationship. So when someone signals disappointment in you, your brain reacts like you're under threat. And the fastest way to end that threat feels like appeasement. Apologize, over-explain, cancel your plans. But here's the twist. The discomfort you feel isn't proof you did something wrong. It's proof the tactic is working. Guilt is supposed to be information. It tells you when your actions don't match your values, but guilt tripping hijacks that same feeling and uses it as leverage, regardless of whether you actually did anything wrong. So how do you tell the difference? Ask yourself one question. Would I feel this way if no one had said anything? If you'd feel bad regardless because you broke a promise or hurt someone unintentionally, that's real guilt. It deserves a real apology. But if the bad feeling only shows up after someone applies pressure and fades the moment they stop, that's not guilt. That's compliance dressed up as conscience. Psychologist Robert Cialdini spent decades studying influence. One of his core findings was that people feel an almost automatic pressure to reduce someone else's negative emotion, especially when that person implies the emotion is our fault. This is why guilt tripping works so well. It doesn't require lying. It only requires expressing disappointment and letting your own wiring do the rest. So what's the best response according to the research? Not defensiveness, not silence. Something calmer. The first move is to notice the tightness in your chest and the urge to explain yourself. That pause, even just 2 or 3 seconds, interrupts the automatic reaction and gives you a choice instead of a reflex. The second move is to acknowledge the emotion without accepting the blame. This sounds like, I hear that you're disappointed, rather than, I'm sorry, you're right, I'm terrible. You're validating what they feel without agreeing that you caused it unfairly. The third move is to hold your position calmly, even if they push back. Guilt trippers often escalate when their first attempt doesn't land because escalation has worked before. Stay steady, and the tactic loses its power over time. Researchers who study emotional regulation call this decoupling, separating someone else's emotional state from your own sense of responsibility. You can care about how someone feels without believing you're obligated to fix it by abandoning your own needs. Here's the counterintuitive part. Staying calm doesn't make you cold. It actually makes the relationship healthier. When you respond with steady honesty instead of appeasement, you're teaching the relationship a new pattern, one where honesty doesn't require punishment. Try this the next time it happens. Someone says something loaded like, I guess you just don't care as much as I do. Pause. Notice the tightness. Then say, it sounds like this really matters to you, and I want to understand that, but I don't think I did anything wrong here. Then stop talking. Let the silence sit. That silence feels unbearable at first, but it's in that silence that the pattern finally breaks. The less you defend yourself, the less there is to argue about. Guilt tripping needs a reaction to survive. Take away the reaction, and it usually runs out of fuel on its own. None of this means ignoring people's real feelings. It means learning to tell the difference between someone expressing pain and someone using pain as leverage. So the next time your stomach drops because someone hints you've let them down, pause before you defend yourself. Ask if the guilt is real or manufactured. And remember, that feeling in your stomach isn't proof of what you did. It's proof of what's being asked of you.